The waste roughage alone enters from small intestine into large intestine. Here it have a valve that is ileocecal valve, which is the final part of small intestine, ileum, which is the first part of large intestine, cecum. A valve is present in between this ileum and cecum, so it is called as ileocecal valve. Through this ileocecal valve, the roughage and all the digested waste materials enters into the large intestine. Here only one food is digested, that is fiber alone. All the other materials are digested and absorbed in the small intestine region. The most amount of water also reabsorbed here, because the food or the waste material comes out from the small intestine is rich in water substance. So that water was absorbed in the small intestine region. Okay. Small intestine has some parts like cecum and colon, mainly cecum and colon. Cecum, it have an appendage, that is appendix. Appendix is a vestigial organ, there is no distinct function. If suppose any infection happen, it is a dangerous issue. It is a hazardous one to human beings. In the cecum region, it is full of symbiotic bacteria. It has so many numbers of symbiotic bacteria. One example is the Escherichia coli. These are the symbiotic bacteria which helps in the digestion of this roughage, fiber molecules. This digests the cellulose and convert it into glucose molecules that is absorbed in the large intestine regions. These symbiotic bacteria not only helps in the digestion process alone, this helps in the production of vitamin B12, vitamin K, and thiamine and riboflavin. These are the small materials produced by the help of the action of this bacteria. So symbiotic bacteria is an essential one to us to complete the digestive process. Next, if we are taking some medicinal products as in the form of pills and tablets, automatically it goes to the digestive system. That materials are sucked out in the small intestine. The remaining materials are absorbed again and again, absorbed in the large intestine region for utilization. Okay. In the large intestine region, it has some two distinct parts. One is the Haustra and another is the Tenia coli. We already studied Haustra about in the plants. Okay. Here also one Haustra is there. Haustra means some pouches found in the large intestine region. Pouches found in the large intestine are called as Haustra. And Tenia coli is the muscle fibers which are present in the also small intestine are called as Tenia coli. Okay. The gases produced in the small intestine or stomach are also present in the large intestine region. What are the gases? Carbon dioxide, hydrogen gases, methane. These are formed as flatus. This forms the flatus. Some gases like hydrogen gases, methane. Some other gases also seen in this. Okay. And the main reabsorption happens here for the water, and to maintain the mineral balance, sodium and chlorine also reabsorbed in major quantity. So all the needable components, what will be useful, all the things are reabsorbed here. Only the pure waste alone sends outside to the colon, as in the it goes in three ways: ascending, descending colon, and the transverse colon. When it goes through this colon by the action of mucosa, because the large intestine epithelial cells also secrete mucosa. These mucosa help in the adhere of waste material with one another and make the faeces. That faeces enters into the rectum. That is the next one. Like gallbladder, rectum also a storage bag. There is no another distinct function here. The faeces which comes from the, because from small intestine it is enters roughage. In that roughage the fibers also digested, and the minerals which are found in the roughage, excess amount of water, everything was reabsorbed. Only the waste alone comes to the rectum. This rectum is specialized for keeping the faeces into it. These faeces, what are the components present in the faeces means component of bile pigment. What are the bile pigment? Bilirubin and bilirubin. This bile pigment gives this color to the faeces. Here the name of that bile pigment is Stercobilin. Stercobilin is nothing but it is a part of bilirubin, nothing other than it is a bilirubin product. It is a bile pigment and produced at the time of hemoglobin degradation. Okay. What are the other components present in the faeces means it contains nearly 30% percentage of, if it's a dry feces, in the dry feces nearby 30% is seen as bacteria. Mostly it is a dead bacteria. What are the bacteria enters in it, and the symbiotic bacteria which are diarrhea, everything was sent out through this feces matter. And it have 10 to 20% of inorganic matters and 10 to 20% of fat molecules. The proteins and some other components are present in very low amount, 2 to 3 amounts only, and the remaining 30% is the undigested roughage, which can't be digested by our body, that is sent outside as the roughage. This is the component of feces. It is stored in the rectum for 24 to 48 hours by the muscular contraction. When the muscles realize or sensorize the impulse, then it will be contracted and release the feces through anus. Anus is the opening part which sends out the materials from body. Okay, this is the pathway. Okay, we will recall that. First it enters through the mouth, next enters into the pharynx region. In mouth it has saliva, teeth helps in the mastification of food, tongue deglution or swallowing saliva, helps to make it into a bolus substance. Next it enters the pharynx, larynx and esophagus. Esophagus is a food pipe. Here it has the peristaltic movement. That peristaltic movement, that bolus enters into the stomach. In stomach it is again digested and fractioned into chyme molecules. This is acidic in acid medium because it has the hydrochloric acid secretion. That acid chyme now enters into the small intestine. In small intestine it receives the juices like bile juice and pancreatic juice from the accessory glands, bile juice from the liver, gallbladder, and at the same time pancreatic juice from the pancreas. So everything was collected together in the duodenum region. So all the digestion comes to an end in the duodenum and jejunum region in the small intestine, and start absorption of food materials. That remaining waste roughage alone sends to the large intestine. In large intestine the excess amount of water is reabsorbed, the minerals and proteins, if anything found in the anything found as usable components, they are reabsorbed in that region. And cecum region we have some symbiotic bacteria. That symbiotic bacteria helps in the breakdown of cellulose and makes into monosaccharides. So purely the waste alone comes to rectum, stored it here for some times, and at final it opens through anus. This is a digestive pathway. Okay. Next, what are the hormones helping here, and what are the disorders, what are the especially physiological disorders, because microbial disorders are there. We are going to discuss about the physiological disorders in the next things.